Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 4 of my little Let's Play series of City Skylines. So as we can see here, this is what I'll be working on today, but I'm not going to show you the full thing yet, so you have to wait towards the end until it's built. So let's get into it. So this is the original area I said I was going to do an industrial area in. So first I'm going to build a nice roundabout to go underneath, just like that, just so it's got easy flow like I explained in the last video with the other industrial area. I was thinking, where should I put my main industrial area? I'm not sure about that just yet, because I always like to have lots of little industrial areas, but I at least like to have one kind of main area, which kind of is like the, I don't know, like you could say the downtown industrial space. Couldn't make an easy up ramp there, so I decided to do some kind of like a circle ramp, just because, I don't know, it's wasted space otherwise, and I think it looks cool like that anyway. And then so since there's going to be a lot of traffic there, I didn't want it to actually meet with the train line, so it's probably best to make it go straight over the train line. And then so here I'm just connecting it up with the residential side, and then connecting it up with the other residential that's up there. And I thought I'd just make a nice little riverside mini road right there. These roads here that I'm doing, I'm not sure exactly what direction I'm going with those. I'm just putting them out there for now, just like that. Oh yeah, and so in the last episode I said to everyone to not pay attention to this because it was a bad example, so this is how I actually fixed it. So what I had done there is a lot smoother. And also I moved the water towers from that area over to the island, just because I didn't want the water towers to be influenced by any type of pollution, so I just put them way over there out of the way. So this area here used to have the nuclear plant, and it used to have the rubbish area, which is now actually converted into residential and train station. And so since there's going to be a lot of noise pollution coming from the train, I thought it was best to put some commercial right near the train station. There's also one thing I was considering doing, which is what we use in real life. It's called TOD, which stands for Transit Oriented Development. And so we use that a lot here in southeast Queensland in Australia, which is where I'm from. And I'm not sure about the rest of the areas. I think they do it in Canada. So what it is when you have a public transport hub, such as a train station, since they want to encourage the use of public transport, they actually remove not completely remove, but they increase the height level of buildings surrounding the transport hub. So often near where I live, you often find high residential buildings right next to train stations and trams and bus lines. So, and it actually does encourage people to use public transport instead of having a car. So I was considering doing that, since it's quite common here in real life. But I thought, since it's kind of way out in the suburbs, I might not do it. But when I do a train station more towards the inner areas of my city, then I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about, what TOD is. If anyone's heard about that in your city, let me know. I'd like to know where else they use it, because I actually really like the idea. It's a good idea and it looks good. Okay, so this area here is a new little seaside town. So on the other side of that, I guess you'd say like the river mouth going to the ocean, or river bay, whatever you want to call this. On the other side is the original industrial area, which was kind of suffering because it didn't have enough people. So I thought I would build just a small little seaside town on the other side and then connect it up by ferry. Also, everyone who's wondering, my mods and asset list is actually available on Steam now, so if you want to have a look at that, I'll put a link in the description. And I've also uploaded a couple of my older cities as well, and also the city which is in my first video, the really big one. It may not work depending on the mods you have, because I was looking at it yesterday. I'll just explain this. I didn't want to put the two intersections too close, so that's why if you go back maybe like 30 seconds, you can see on the right side there, the road is kind of curvy, because I wanted it to flow kind of away from the office intersection there, just because I didn't want a short gap between two intersections. Anyway, as I was saying about the other city, my first city, so it's on the workshop now, so if you want to have a look at it, you can have a look, go for it. It may be broken because when I was trying to get it to work, I mean, it works, but when I zoom out, all the roads go blue and the buildings disappear, but when you zoom in, it's all normal and it all acts fine. So I'm not sure why it does that. It must be some kind of weird mod, I'm not sure. So anyway, it's uploaded if you want to have a look at that, and there's also some older cities as well if you're interested. So yeah, have a look, let me know what you think of those. So once again, I decided to use kind of like a little grid system for the downtown area of this, for this little new seaside town. And so those roads that I'm doing now, they're actually pedestrian pathways, but they still have the house connections, the zoning ability. The reason why I done that, I just wanted to give it that, just a nice vibe, because in a lot of towns, I don't expect there to be a lot of car activity. It's kind of more nice and more relaxing for a small town to have a lot of walking around. It just creates a nice little vibe, in my opinion. And so here I start mixing the zones. So I have mostly commercial, but then I put in a couple of medium density high-rise residential buildings, just to mix it up a little bit. Also, while I think of it, because I have nothing else interesting to say at this moment, so I'm planning on doing a Q&A video, just answering lots of random questions. So feel free to ask questions in this video. I probably won't answer them because I want to answer them in a video, so don't be offended if I don't answer them. I answer someone else's, but not yours. It's probably because I'm saving it because it's a good question and I want to explain it well in a video. So go mad, start asking lots of questions, and I will probably answer it in a video. Not sure when I'll do that video, depending on how many questions I get and how long it takes to get a decent amount of questions. So yeah, if you have any type of question about city planning, environmental planning, urban design, anything in the game, go for it. And I will compile them and try to answer them my best in a future video. So I'm adding in all the pathways, and I decided to leave that huge rock there and that weird little terrain elevation right there because I thought it would be a nice little center, what would you call that? Just a nice little centerpiece for this seaside town, and just a nice little, just nice to add it, have something different in a park instead of having a flat park with just trees. So that's why I decided to leave it and not make it all flat. In this part here, you notice that I don't connect any additional roads to the ferry road there. It just went off the screen. But I didn't want to make a huge four-way intersection just because I thought that would create too much of an issue. So that's why I didn't connect it right there. So this town, I was thinking, would probably stand alone, meaning that it wouldn't connect up to the main downtown area through urban growth. It would be a standalone little town, so it won't be connected. It'll just have like lots of trees around it. And so once again, I think I mentioned in the last video or the video before, the more you go out in urban areas, the less grid-like it becomes. So you saw maybe like 30 seconds ago, the further away you got from this little downtown area, the more wavy and curvy the roads got. So if you're looking for a more realistic urban look in your game, I think that's what you'd go for. That's what I like to do anyway. When I like to do these types of suburban areas where the roads are curvy, I like to connect them up with a nice little pathway, because I think if I lived there, where would I want to go? Where would I like a pathway to be? So that's why I use so many parks, because I personally love just walking around, and I just love being able to get from one point to the other just through a nice, easy path. And I don't know, it's just nice. So that's why I personally add in so many pathways. Just waiting till they all move in, but then they have no water. So what should this little seaside town be called? Leave a suggestion below and we'll see. Hopefully someone has some good name suggestions. So now I'm going to add in some bus lines. So I don't think there's too much I can explain right now, because it's a pretty basic bus line and there's not too much traffic. I think in the next episode I will explain in more detail. So I'm just connecting up all the education facilities there. So since I want all the people to go to the industrial area. That's why I decided to take the bus line actually through the urban areas, through the residential area, past the schools, etc. And then again, I just add in a quick little bus line just around this seaside town, just so they can easily get to the ferry to get across the river. So in this bus line in particular, this bus line is more of a express from the train to this little downtown area. So that's why I didn't make it follow the existing bus route. I actually made it go along the little highway there, along the river there. So it connects up with the red bus, which goes to the industrial area and goes through the residential areas, but it's express. So if you follow the green, it's express. It doesn't bother all of the residential areas. But if they wanted to get to a specific residential area, they take the red bus line. So I think I might wrap up the video just about here. That's all I wanted to do today, I think. So yeah, we started building this little intersection here with a nice big roundabout and a curved exit ramp. So next episode I'll start to work on this industrial area and also the train lines as well. And yeah, so that's just about it. I don't think there's anything else I'd like to mention. So yeah, don't forget to leave any comments, any questions. I'll happily answer them, or I might not answer them. I might answer them in the video. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.